A Quebec Marathon runner, apparently tired of running and winning marathons here, where conditions are apparently far too favorable, decided to enter one instead in the North Pole, an event they call the coldest marathon on Earth, and he won. Patrick Charlebois joins us now. He's on the line. Patrick, first of all, congratulations. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk a little bit about why in the world you would want to go to the North Pole to run a marathon.
Well, I mean, I ran. People that know where I ran before knows that I ran in every continent. In Antarctica, I run the majors all around the world. The last place that was left is the North Pole. So I just registered for the race that was originally scheduled for April, but unfortunately for all sorts of reasons, it was postponed to August, and we had to go to the North Pole with an icebreaker, a boat. So that's why it took 1 week to reach the North Pole, run the marathon, and now I'm still on the icebreaker, coming back.
All right, I want to go back a little bit because obviously when people hear this, you decided to run on every continent. When did this start? First of all, when did you decide marathons was, what you wanted to do? And then go from that to saying, I have to run in one around the world. How and when did this all start?
Well, I mean, I've been running since I'm 10 years old. There was a runner that inspired me greatly and inspired a lot of people in Canada. People know Terry Fox, of course. I was 10 years old when he ran his Marathon of Hope, and he inspired me very much. I started running a long, long time ago, so it's a real passion for me to do that. Today, I'm 53. I'm still running. Try to be competitive, but I'm telling you, I'm getting old for this. Like I said to a lot of people, I won the race. I'm happy for that, but to maintain that level of performance is beginning to be harder and harder.
So talk to us about that. So to maintain that level, right? You're running all the time. You're running marathons. What's your training schedule like?
Well, it's 6-7 days a week. Basically, I run 120 kilometers per week, and when I'm in a competition mode, I can add up the mileage to 140 to 50 kilometers per week. So it's part of my life, part of my routine. I run often when people are sleeping because I have a busy schedule at the office. I'm not a full-time runner. I ran against full-time runners, but I'm not a full-time runner. I work for the National Bank of Canada. So I now have 4 kids with my wife. So I have a very busy schedule. So I have to run when everybody's asleep.
You're kidding me. So this is not a full-time thing. You have a regular office job, as you said, and you get up, at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, just to go to be able to train?
Well, 4:30.
Oh, 4:30.
Ish.
Much better. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, much better. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I'm part of that passionate group that loves to run, to go from point A to point B. I'm like that. A lot of people didn't know or don't remember in the 1990s. In the 1980s, running was the thing.
Yeah.
People were running all over the place. In the 1990s, running was out. Nobody ran because people got injured. They didn't run well. They weren't well equipped. So running wasn't very popular at that time. People know today that running is good for you, but you have to run smarter than in the old days.
So you just brought up injuries, and that obviously stopped a lot of people who thought they were going to be running, forever. You said you're 53 now. Have you dealt with your own share of injuries?
All the time. It's part of my life. There's no part in my body that wasn't injured. So I'm used to that. And fortunately, at 53 years old, I can see it coming. Like even this morning, I went for a run on the boat, and I felt a little bit pain on my right leg. So I stopped and I did something else. And so I have to manage injury. Injury is part of any runner's life. So you have to be careful, listen to your body, and certainly consult people, professionals that can help you, because it's hard when you get injured. It's more mentally than
Yeah.
physically a challenge, and I'm sure you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm not a marathon runner, but I think we all, as we get older, sometimes have to deal with that kind of stuff, whether it's in the gym, whether it's, just casually running on the street. I want to go back, though. Let's talk about the one in the North Pole, the one you just finished and won. How many people were in that race?
Well, originally in the April version, we were 80 runners all across the world. It was canceled for a political reason because Russians ran the Borneo camp where we were supposed to run. They was supposed to build a runway for an airplane to arrive, but unfortunately we couldn't go there because there was no Russian to build the airway.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to find a plan B, an alternative plan, and we found a boat. The only boat, it's a French boat that's called the Commandant Charcot that left Svalbard to go to the North Pole. That's the only way we could go to the North Pole, and it was in August. So I decided to go there. It wasn't the same date. It wasn't. It was 2 weeks instead of 4 days, and it wasn't the same cost. So we started with 80 runners, and we ended up with 12 runners.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So 12 of you in the actual event, which I understand, if I read my notes correctly, it was so cold up there that at one point, and beyond that, you were in the North Pole, you were wearing a life jacket because you ran on ice, and in case it broke, you wanted to make sure you were safe?
Yeah, well, that's not because it's cold. It's the contrary. It's because it's hot. I ran in the North Pole. This is summer. It's the first time in history marathon was ran in the summertime at the North Pole. So when I ran the marathon, it was plus 4 Celsius outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had to wear a jacket because there was a lot of crevasse and it was dangerous to just fall in the water, basically.
Did anything happen to you?
So that's why.
Yeah. Anything at all happen? Anything bad
No,
happen?
no, nothing happened. But somebody did fell in the water. Not the runners, but a supervisor that fell 5 foot in the water. So unfortunately, it's when you talk about the planet that's getting warmer and warmer, the North Pole is a spot where we can observe that change a lot. And it's sad to say that I ran the North Pole Marathon in the summer in 2023, and scientists told me on the ship, because we have a lot of scientists here, in basically 8 or 9 years, that won't be possible anymore because it's going to be open water.
Wow.
Everything will be melt.
Yeah. Hard to believe, sad to believe at the same time. I have to wrap up with you. I want to ask you, obviously, the next question, which is what's next for you, or are you done for now?
Well, I'm going to try to get back home.
Yeah.
That is a challenge
a good first
itself.
step. Yeah.
And then after that, I will go back to the office and go back to my family and maybe just pay attention to anything that can, help me to, I don't know, keep me awake at night or in the morning to go motivate me to run. But for now, I have a couple of charities to run, like the Terry Fox run, of course. But nothing planned for now.
Okay. Listen, congratulations again, as I started the interview with. All the best to you, and hope you get home safely. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.